Spring Breakers. All of you guys. All right, we are going to do some mobility. So if you guys have a broomstick or a long, some kind of stick that you could use, grab that. That will be helpful for today. Otherwise, that's the only thing that you need. Okay, I'm gonna make me big here on all of your guys' screens, and we will get going. All right, let's start out with just an inchworm here to warm ourselves up. So bring those arms up and hinge down, and then walk out into a plank position. Hold a nice strong plank, and then walk it back up. Do that again. I'm hoping that this works out for you guys to see me the whole time in this tiny little space here. I forgot to turn the heater on in the garage, and it's cold out there. So I'm trying to do it this way and hopefully not be disturbed by kids busting in, but we'll see. All right, bring it back down. Last time. Hold that plank. Set here nice and tight. Squeeze your glutes, draw your belly button in. Screw those hands into the floors. When you do that, that pulls the shoulders back. All right, drop the knees down now. Okay, we're gonna start out with some hip stretches, kind of what we've been doing. This one is a frog stretch. So I want you to take your legs, take your knees out wide. Okay, so bring them out wide, kind of like frog legs, right? And then your feet are just planted on the floor here. So we're gonna start in this position. Hands are right underneath your shoulders, and I want you to start just by rocking back and then push forward. Rock back, push forward. So if you're on a mat, kind of think of your knees are on the outside of the mat, or you can turn the other way. So that way, if it hurts your knees, then you're on the padding there. And back. Okay, stay here. Next one up, stay here. Now we're just gonna rotate the feet out and get some external rotation. So now just take your foot and rotate it out. This is good for if you have any knee pain or anything like that, or some external rotation, and to avoid knee pain. All right, other side. We're gonna go through this 3 times on each side. Rotate it out. You're just turning and opening the foot there. Other side. And last one, other side. Good. Now from here, I want you to come down to bring your hands down to the floor, your forearms down to the floor. So you're gonna drop them down. We're still out wide in our frog legs here. And now we're gonna go into some rotation. So let's go with the right arm up first. Just rotate it up and hold. And each of these moves, we just hold for like 2 or 3 seconds. Other side, turn and hold. One side, you might be able to open up a little bit more than the other side. Like this side is really tight for me. Down, let's go the other way. And down. Other side. And hopefully with each time, you're able to get a little more into it. And now switch to the other side. And bring it back through, come back up to those frog legs there, holding it out. And now we're gonna thread the needle and go through it, okay? So let's do a couple more sit backs. So sit back, rock into it, come forward. Sit back and forward. Do one more. And forward. Okay, so now we're gonna thread the needle. So I'm gonna bring the hands back in just a little bit again. So let's take that left hand and you're gonna feed it through, drop the shoulder. Go ahead and drop your head, and then you can bring the right arm up and hold. This one we're just holding. And then bring that arm down and press it up. And now let's go to the other side. So feed that arm through. Hold and bring it up. And bring it back to the middle. Stay here. Now we're gonna pop to a down dog in this wide stance. So go ahead and push the hips up. Now we're in our down dog position. From here, we're gonna sit through. So bring the left leg, it's kind of like our break dance. Bring the left leg all the way through, and you're just gonna come all the way around to your seated position. Now we're gonna go back into those frog legs. All right, so you're pushing the heels of your feet together. You're back in your frog leg position, and our fingertips are pointing towards your glutes. And now you're gonna push yourself up into your bridge or reverse plank, however you want to think about it. Feet are together, glutes are squeezed. Hold here. Now from here, we're gonna sit back down and we're gonna push ourselves all the way through, all the way through. So now you're in a flexed position, okay, leaning kind of hunched forward. Here, palms are facing forward. And now sit up, nice and tall. Push those hands down into the floor. And take the hands and rotate them backwards and lean back. So now you're gonna feel a nice stretch through right there in your arm, from your wrist. Lean back if you like, go ahead and put the head back. Okay, then push it back to the middle. You can turn your hands around. And now we're just going to flip ourselves over, back into that down dog position. Wide legs, walk it back, so you have wide legs. And we're gonna do it all on the other side. So now let's take the right leg, flip it through. You come back. It's hard for me not to be back behind you. And back into that frogger position, right? Okay, feet are glued together, knees are out. Push the hips up, hold. And now you're gonna bring it down, push yourself all the way forward, push the hips back, hold here. And flip the hands around and lean back. Abs are engaged. Nice stretch through the wrist there. And bring yourself forward, bring the legs and roll yourself around back into that downward dog position and walk the hands all the way back. Bring yourself all the way up, reach, and back down. Okay, we're gonna go into a standing spinal sequence now. So we're gonna start out, I want you to make sure that you're standing in good postures starting out, all right? So we don't wanna be here. So take that pelvis, flip it in, okay? So just manually with your hands, rotate yourself in. So you're nice and tight through the core, your glutes are squeezed, nice and tight. So we're standing here, right? Squeeze. All right, so we're gonna bring our hands together and make like a gun. So you're gonna put your fingertips together, point your thumbs up and your hands, point your fingers out. All right, from here, you're just gonna pull. Like if somebody's pulling on your fingers there, you're gonna pull and just let yourself go into flexion. Okay, round out the back, let the shoulders pull forward, draw your belly button in. Hold, let it all pull. And then come back, and now you're gonna go the opposite way. So now as you come back, keep your fingers interlaced, bring them to your chest, and you're just gonna arch back. So now you will have some of that extension there. And let's do it again. So make your gun, like somebody's grabbing it, let it pull, hold it, a couple seconds here, and then come back, fingertips together, pull those shoulders back. Oops, fingers down, there you go. One more time. Here. And pull it back, fingertips together. Okay, we're gonna go back into that position and we're just gonna add some lateral movement to it, okay? And when you're doing it this time, I want you to watch your thumbs. So bring your thumbs up. Actually, you can close your fingers there if you want to. Just pay attention to your thumbs. Bring your thumbs up, eye level here, okay? And we're still in that nice, strong position if you need to reposition there. looking at your thumbs, and we're gonna tip down to one side, tip, tip, as far as you can, tip, and then bring it back up. And let's tip to the left or the opposite side, whatever side. Follow your thumbs. Okay, I'm looking at my thumbs the whole time. Bring it back up. I'm squeezing my glutes. My glutes are engaged. Let's go to the other side, down as far as you can. And back to the middle. And to the other side. Reach down as far as you can. Glutes are engaged. Other side, keep the shoulders down. Last time on each side. Maybe a little bit further this time. Follow the thumbs. And to the other side. And back up. Okay, so we're going to try to take that just a little bit further now with our lateral reach stretch. So take your left hand and you're just going to push it into your hip. And so you can push your right hip over, right? We've all done this stretch. We know this one. And then you're just going to reach over to the side. Just reach. Reach, reach, reach. Glutes are engaged. Hold here. Now let's go to the other side. So push it out. Now reach over. And bring it back. Let's do that again. Reach. Maybe a little bit further. Tip that teapot over a little further. Get that nice elongated stretch there. And back, other side. Pull the shoulder back. We don't want to round forward. Okay, so stay back. Last time on each side. Still engaged here. Reaching, reaching. And back to the middle. And the other side, last time. And back to the middle. Now I want you to bring your arms across. Give yourself a nice big hug. Hold on here nice and tight. And we're gonna go basically around the world, okay? So engaged here. You're gonna flex forward just slightly. And then from here, we're gonna roll to the side, okay? As you come over to the side, so I'm leaning to my right side. When I get to about right here, I need to engage that right glute, okay? Engage the glute, because now I want my head to tip back, come all the way back around, engaging the glute on the other side now. And then when I get towards the front, I can kind of let it relax. All right, stop here. Now I'm gonna go back the other way. So now right away, I'm gonna engage that left glute and come around, let my head fall back. Then now engage the other glute and come back to the middle. Let's do that again. Okay, if you need to reset, reflex. Okay, bring it around. All the way around. Squeeze the glute, let the head fall back. And come around. Take it nice and slow. Engaging your core muscles the whole time too. And then back. Squeeze that glute. All the way back around. All the way to the middle. And center. And up. Nice job. All right, let's go back into that wide stance, kind of like how, you know what, let me take my socks off before I wipe out on this floor. That would make for a good video, right? And go back out to your wide stance, kind of like how we started with our frog legs. Legs are wide, and we're just gonna come down to the floor. All right, try to take them out wide enough where you can get those hands to the floor. I'm gonna go into some rotation here. So keep the left hand on the floor, and think about the left hand is gonna push your right hand up. So I'm pushing myself away from the floor to bring my right hand up in the air. And bring it down. Now I'm pushing my right hand in the air to bring my left hand up. And I'm turning and looking at it. And down. And now the other side. And I'm pushing away. Nice twist, nice rotation. Now the other side. Pushing with the right hand to get my left hand up. Other side. And again, one side might be a little more mobility on one side than the other. My left side is super tight today. I always sleep on my left side, so that could be why. Up. And bring it down. All right, now from here, we're just gonna walk the feet. So, or walk the hands, I'm sorry. So let's walk your hands over to your right foot. So walk it, walk it, walk it. Take your left hand, put it on top of your right foot, and then you're going to bring your right hand up. Getting in some pretzel position today. All right, bring it back to the middle, and let's walk it all the way over to the left side. So now your right hand is going to go on top of your left foot, and your left hand is going to go in the air. And bring it down. Let's walk it back. Let's do it again. Let's see if it gets any better. If it gets any easier. Okay, so left hand goes on top of right foot. Right hand goes in the air. And nice. It feels good on the left, that left scapular too. All right, back to the middle, and then walk it to the left. Right hand goes on left foot. Left hand in the air. And back down. So we just hold each of them like 2 to 5 seconds. All right, this is our last one, last and best one. Walking over, left hand on top of right foot, twist and open. Bring it down, walk it over, walk it to the left. Right hand goes on top of the left foot, left hand up. And walk it back to the middle. Slowly start to walk those feet in and roll yourself up, roll those shoulders back from being in that position. Roll back. All right, so now we're going to go with the stick. We're going to do some core and balance moves. And so a lot of single leg stuff. So grab your stick. If you have a broomstick, you can probably screw the top of it, the broom part off of it. All right, so you're going to take that stick. And we use this drill a lot of times for like squatting and deadlifting, anytime we're trying to teach a hinge. So with the stick, you want to make sure your tailbone is touching right in between your shoulder blades, and then just right in the middle of your head. So those are the 3 points that should be touching. Okay, and so I'm holding on to it right here. Those 3 points, when I hinge forward, those 3 points stay touching at all times. Okay, so that puts me in a good hinge position, right? All right, so now we're going to take that to the next level, and we're going to go single leg with that hinge. You have to stay touching on all those points. So we're going to, so the hand that's hanging onto the stick, that's anchored to the stick right here, that leg is staying down. The other leg is going to come up. Okay, so that leg is anchored. Those 3 points of contact stay there. My core is engaged and my glute is engaged. So I'm on my left leg here. So my left glute is engaged. I'm going to hinge forward, only go as far as those 3 points stay connected, and then come up. Okay? If you lose those 3 points, if you lose them right here, stop and then go back. Okay? Reset, and then the next time try to go just a little bit further. Okay? Stop if you lose them, or if you lose your balance. Okay, we're going to go through this a couple of times, about 30 seconds worth. So do it a couple more times. So hip, glute engaged here. It's super strong. It's moving me. That's what's moving me. That strong glute, that strong hip. I'm pushing the stick into my back, so I'm staying nice flat back here. All right, let's switch to the other side. So now you're going to grab onto it with the other hand here, holding it. Okay, my other leg comes back. So now all the work is right here, and this right hip and right glute. My abs are engaged. Can you get to parallel and still be touching all 3 points of contact, tailbone, right in between the shoulder blades and your head. So pushing your head back the whole time. You can even kind of double chin it, which is always good in a deadlift too. It's the only time you want to double chin is when you're deadlifting. Okay, let's do a couple more of these. Hinging forward. Nice, strong, single leg here. Good balance, good ankle control. Last one. Tipping forward. Control. Squeeze that glute to bring you back up. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. It's good single glute activation too. All right, now we're going to take that single leg up another notch, and we're going to go into an airplane. So take your stick, and you're going to put it behind you right here. Pull those shoulders back, and just hold on to it wherever is comfortable here. Okay, and we're going to go back into that single leg hinge, and we're going to add a twist onto it. So I'm going to plant my right leg, and I'm coming back. So that means my right glute is squeezed, right? And I'm putting the work into my right hip. And I'm going to come down here, steady up, and pushing back into the stick. Remember that hinge, those 3 points of contact, those are still the same. And now I'm going to rotate. Rotate. Here. And rotate. Here. Try to stay here. Come back to the middle and rotate. So obliques have to be working now. If you need to reset, just come up, reset, and then come back down. We're doing this for about 30 seconds here. Rotate. Whoop. Lost my balance. Okay, keep going with it. Abs are engaged. That glute is squeezed. As soon as you let it go, you're going to lose your balance. Okay, if you're not engaged there, you're going to lose your balance. And bring it up. All right, let's go to the other side. Okay, so now plant the left or whatever opposite that you're doing. Come down into your hinge, flat back. Okay, you're in that hinge position that we just practiced. And then airplane. One wing goes down. How far can you get it down without tipping yourself over? And then the other wing goes down. And one side, you're going to be able to do one side better than the other. Glute is engaged. Reset my balance. Let's go. We got a couple more seconds here. Tip. And then to the other side. Focus on what you're doing. Ah, my balance. All right, bring it up. Go ahead and set that stick down. Okay, last one for this standing sequence that we have. We're going to do a little bit more with the core. All right, so we're going to march it out. So I want you to bring both hands up in the air. Only one is going to move. So we're going to bring one leg up, and the opposite elbow is going to come to that knee. Crunch and up. Here's the trick, that opposite. So let's move the left arm, okay? So the left arm is going to come down. The right arm can't come down with it, all right? This is not what we're trying to do, okay? We're trying to create some separation here between the two. So this arm has to stay straight up. It's reaching up for the sky and it's staying there. This one is crunching down and coming back up. And try not to touch down when you come down. Crunch, extend, but I'm not touching my foot down. All right, so I'm making my core and my glutes stay engaged the whole time. I'm not letting it relax and having to reset. Okay, crunch, extend. This right arm is still reaching up for the sky. It's still separate. All right, let's do one more. And back up. Good job, good job. All right, so let's go to the other side. So now my left hand is reaching up and grabbing the clouds, and it's gonna stay there, okay, right? So it's separate, crunch, not touching when I come up, crunch, crunch, tight, and up. Keep that other one up, crunch. Exhale when you do it. And up, feel that each time. And back down, good. All right, let's go through that one more time. Let's go back to the other side, okay? And then we're gonna come down to the floor for our last thing. All right, so bring that leg up, Right leg grabs the clouds and holds on. Left arm up, and here we go. Crunch. So you should feel that crunch each time. My left glute is engaged, okay? I've got the super squeeze going on there. And up, separate. Let's go one more. Engage those abs. Making everything work together. This is a good, switch sides, a good primer move. So right after this, if you want, go in and start doing some of those sit-ups. This would be great for that. All right, reach up. Here we go. You got the core fired up and activated. Up. Keep that other arm extended. Let's do 2 more of these. One more. Good, nice job. So since you have those arms up in the air, you might as well just inchworm yourself out. So extend yourself down, inchworm out into that plank position. Always a good way to end things, right? Okay, sitting here, nice and tight. Screw those hands into the floor. So you're always wanting to screw your hands into the floor because that brings your shoulders back. So that way we're not here trying to do our plank. This is not where we want to be. This is where we spend all day. Okay, pull those shoulders back. Push back into your heels too. Okay, so screw your feet in and think about pushing back into your heels. Glutes are engaged. So now from here, let's bring the right knee in. Right knee comes into the center, and now take it out to the right elbow. And then to the center, and then right elbow. And center, and right elbow. One more time. Center, right elbow. Center, step back, shift those hips up, downward dog. And let's do the other side. Bring it into your plank. Set a nice strong plank before you do anything. Push back into the heels, screw the feet in. All right, now let's go with that left leg. So center, knee to the center, now to the outside of your left elbow. And it's just a little shift over. Center, outside of your left elbow. Center, left elbow. Center, left elbow. Center, left elbow. Back to the center, step back, shift up. Walk those hands all the way back towards your feet. Slowly bring yourself up. Reach for the sky. Reach, 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 reach. And release those hands down. And we are all done. Nice job, you guys. Thanks for joining me on another Mobility Wednesday. Good work. Thanks for hanging out with me and taking care of your body. You're welcome, Emily.
Thanks, Cathy.
You're welcome, you guys. Have a great rest of the day.